hands-on humanitarian efforts. Our culture is becoming more involved in serving and aiding people around the world. In fact, we're seeing more and more people giving back and embracing the concept by blending travel, service, and volunteering together to help others. It's called Voluntourism, and it's one of the fastest growing trends in travel today.
Over the last 5 years, we've seen nearly a double growth in voluntourism. So people that normally would go on vacation for 7 days, sit in the sun, want more purpose-driven results from their vacation. So what we've seen is people get involved with the local community at the destination that they're visiting. Maybe they're helping with an orphanage or helping with a community center. We've even had teams go and even dig wells so that that community has fresh water supply.
Many travelers are searching for ways to make their vacation more meaningful by connecting with others around the globe. In fact, according to a recent survey, 1 in 10 travelers is interested in volunteering for their next vacation. But experts say there are key questions that every traveler should ask themselves before going on such a journey.
Travelers always ask themselves before they leave is, first of all, am I going to make a difference on this trip? Number 2, what is the security? Am I going to be safe on this trip? And if those things are covered, then they're going to want to contribute as much as they possibly can of themselves, because they want to go on a trip where their passion and their desire to help that community, that they leave something of themselves there.
Experts say there are many aspects to consider before taking a trip, and that planning is an important part of the whole process. Many travelers are discovering they need an access point to get started. Fly for Good is dedicated to giving travelers vital information, helpful tips, and get them connected to the right people in the world of voluntourism.
One of the keys to a meaningful volunteer experience is getting the right preparation before you go. We vet and make sure that every trip provider has certain standards and meets certain benchmarks, so you know that when you're working with either an airline or a trip provider that's listed on Fly for Good, it's already been qualified and they're going to help give you the best experience that you possibly can have. Volunteering can be an intimidating idea if you've never done it. And so we want to take the fear out of that and bring someone from the interest in volunteering to actually taking off on that plane and getting to that project and helping those people. And so our mantra is, we're helping volunteers take off from the very beginning, the runway stage, to they're actually up in the air and experiencing volunteering.
An industry leader, Fly for Good is the first organization of its kind to have a comprehensive directory of organizations and humanitarian discounts to ensure a meaningful volunteer experience every time.
Whether it's working with children or conservation or English cultural exchanges, you can find that type of project and find the different countries that you could do that project in. Also, you'll find a really unique thing on the site is it's the only place you can get discounts on humanitarian travel that airlines offer. That savings are between 20 and 40% for people who are traveling for a humanitarian purpose or nonprofits.
Fly for Good has partnered with Lufthansa, one of the leading providers of air transportation for humanitarian travel. In fact, the top 2 humanitarian destinations, Africa and Eastern Europe, are easily reached within the Lufthansa network, which comprises about 200 cities worldwide. In 1997, Lufthansa founded their own humanitarian aid organization called Help Alliance. It's designed to provide access to healthcare, security, and hope for children and families living in the poorest communities Lufthansa served. Today, more than 24 projects are supported in part through onboard donations collected by Lufthansa crew members.
One of the trends that we're seeing in the airline industry is airlines like Lufthansa, who typically have a missionary contract, also have a humanitarian program that allows travelers that are going on a voluntourism trip associated with a nonprofit to go ahead and take advantage of a discounted airfare. That's really neat because now people can go to a destination, they can have a little tour, but also visit an orphanage or a community center or do something that they want to do that's meaningful to them.
I would encourage anybody to take a volunteer trip. I think it absolutely changed my life. I don't want to go to a place anymore without giving something back to the community. Instead of just going to a country and finding out where the best restaurant is or what they have for me, I always want to find out if there's something I can give back to them when I visit. And it's absolutely changed the way I look at everything in my life.
Fly for Good is not setting out to change an industry. We want to do our small part to change the world by making it easier for more people to volunteer. We want to be able to open up the floodgates so that people who are mildly interested can find an experience, and those who are Peace Corps alumni can find an experience as well.
I think it would take a lot more time if you were looking for a volunteer opportunity and didn't have Fly for Good. Because of having everything in a central location on the website, you have discounted airfare, you have different opportunities to look for, and you have a number of different travel tools. It's a great resource to find everything in one place.
Fly for Good is a central hub connecting people with humanitarian organizations and providing airfare discounts with leading airlines like Lufthansa to help more volunteers take off. If you would like more information about voluntourism, visit flyforgood.com or call 877-FLY-FOR-GOOD.